Guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm still a little bit out of breath. Had a hectic day. Decided to put in a workout nonetheless. So while I was busy doing it, going through the ride of it all, I thought I have to share this. Almost in the middle of my workout, I thought, let me record this and put it on, but I'm like, chill out, finish your workout, and then get to the video. So hope you guys have had a good week so far. As I've said in the past, it's only 2 days. It's hard to fuck it up. We still got 5 left, what I was actually thinking about is going to be a short message. Hopefully to get you back into doing what you should be doing. The thing is motivation. It comes, it goes. And it's almost like sometimes people say with bodybuilding, they really respect what we do. Because it takes so much discipline and stuff, and it's like sometimes it's difficult for me to relate with that, because of course it takes discipline, of course it's hard work, all that stuff, but I don't see it like that. If I'm walking on a dirt road and other people are walking on a cement road and they think the cement road is better, and I think this road is better, it might sound stupid, but I think if you really put your mind into something, if you really get absorbed by what you're doing, you change, It's like you'll get some nails that you'll be able to drive into wood. Some you'll be able to drive into steel. And others you won't be able to drive into plastic, It really depends on what kind of nail you want to be. I believe I'm a nail that can go into steel just because I've been tested. I think that's one thing sometimes that champions, and I'm calling myself one, let's say, just for instance sake, I would call myself world champion of 2016 for super body. Went to worlds to about 20 or something odd people. I think Gretel 20 or 23, can't really remember, but around about there, world-class athletes, beat them on my pro card. For me, the week before was a big achievement, going to Universe, having the experience of it all, kind of a euphoric effect you get from that. Like, I've actually reached the goal I wanted to reach, like to be able to get to this stage. I've been long enough in the game by then to understand that placings are not always what it should be, not to take away from the people that win, ever, or the people that 1 to 6, and if you were not in there, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying it depends on the people sitting there that day and how closely you fit to what they want. And this is so true because you can see various federations would have one athlete winning 1 week, the next week at another federation, that athlete won't even place top 6 in the same type of lineup. So don't really attach yourself to the value of opinions of judges. And it's hard to say from coming from a judge, So I'd say take it from straight from the horse's mouth, if I can call it, if I can say that. Don't attach your value to their opinions. Work towards what your goal is and you'll reach it. For me, it was always kind of bobbing and weaving to get to my main objective. For me, hitting small side quests was an optional feature, I was always going for the main quinine, the main thing, So everything I was doing was, in my opinion, strategic and working towards one goal. Working hard, making sure, of course, it would have been great previously, all the other things that I've tried and tested out. If I had found a diamond in there, that would have been great. But you have to go through a lot of hard work, experience. You have to fail a lot of times before you know how to do it. And I could have relied on other people to get me there. Of course I could have. I did in the past when I started. I had mentors to help me, but I've always been somebody to really follow my own mind and trust my own advice. Always thinking that at least I have the best picture of my goal in mind, where someone else might not. It almost feels sometimes when you take a coach on, you really have to trust that the vision they have for you is something that you want to have, something that you really want, where sometimes that doesn't mesh, and I'm not saying that happens to other coaches and not to me. I've no idea. Sometimes it would happen and I probably wouldn't know. I'll find out afterwards that maybe this or that, but at the end of the day, you can only do your best, and the athletes, of course, too. Always say, if you've done your best, honestly, you've done your best, then you've done enough. At the end of the day, you can only give 100% of what you can give. People say, oh, I'm going to give 120%. How would you do that? How would you have an apple in one hand? I'll ask you for the apple and you give me an apple and, 20% of a more apple. There's only so much you can do, and I always have kind of a lot of things on my plate. So I'm always trying to add more apple. I'm always trying to add more. That's how I know that you're burning it at both ends. So be very careful. If you're not somebody that can manage your time effectively, it could bite you. You see, now I'm running all over the place with that idea. But the main idea that I have is motivation will come and go. The one thing I have sometimes, and I'm grateful for this, but it comes through hard work, and all of us would have something like that. I'm grateful that I can attach it to something like that. It's easily related. It's easy to understand why I would. You could also attach something to maybe a picture or a goal that you have, and thinking about that motivates you. For me, reaching something and achieving something makes you feel and believe that you can do anything. If all of these people have worked so hard to reach this level and I have beaten these oaks, I'm doing something right. Does that make sense? It's like it gives you a certain type of confidence going into anything, knowing that I can figure whatever this is out and I can knock it right out the fucking park. It's kind of like that. So it's that feeling I get when I do something. I like put my head down. I don't give a shit what you say. I'll fucking show you. I'll just show you. I'm persistent. I'm disciplined. And I don't give up. I don't surrender. I don't quit. I would rest. I would sit back a bit. I would watch. I would figure out a plan, but I'll come back, laughing. One of my clients today call me Pitbull Peters, and I always laugh when she introduces me to her colleagues. This is the guy I told you about, the Pitbull, I don't give up. It's just, that's the one thing. And it really, as I say, attaches to the opinion I have of myself. So really you should have the best opinion of yourself, and the way that you carry that, others will have the same opinion. If you think you're a piece of shit, you act like a piece of shit, other people will see what you see. Does that make sense? So maybe the message is, don't think you're a piece of shit, think you're a champ, do what a champ would do and get to your goal. All the other things that you do is, again, the one hand hiding its actions from the other. Is you saying, I want to be a champ, but not willing to put in the work, making excuses, giving reasons, whatever. So again, now I'm unraveling this idea. I'm trying to put it into something that you can understand. Then another idea pops in where I think maybe this you'll understand. Maybe this will be something that you can hold on to. It's really something I told Greta, it like breaks my brain. The other day, talking to an athlete I worked with many moons ago, and me and him trained together, and he was training very heavy, and I said, I don't train heavy, I focus on the contraction. And we didn't really understand each other, but I said lighter, and I feel the muscle to mind to muscle connection better doing it that way. And he kind of just shrugged it off, and he's always been training heavy. And he told me recently that you should see if you go a lot lighter, like I think 60-70% of what he usually trains, and he just goes very slow on the negative. Of course, when athletes start with me, sometimes they do that, or I teach them that slow negative so they can understand that. But I don't always advise them to stick with it. It's a very good idea to start there, but later on, that muscle to mind connection is there. You don't need a 5-second negative on all of your reps. Okay? You don't need that. Okay? We're not going to grow like that. We need it to be challenging, and I need you to go 2-3 seconds on a negative is more than enough. Okay? And then nice controlled, as I said, fail 8 to 12. Again, if you're hitting your 12s and it's easy peasy, you are fucking around. Let me tell you, fucking around. There should be some expel of air out of your mouth or nose when we get to the last reps of your sets, showing me you're doing something. Right? Have a great night, guys. See you tomorrow.